It is 7 o'clock on Tuesday, April 27, 2021, and I am going to open the administrative board meeting. Roll call first. Trustees Chris Samples,
Here.
John Talbot,
Here.
William Luxinger is absent, Dina Simpson,
Here.
Jen Christensen,
Here.
Jared Doan is absent, President Rick Worm is absent, Treasurer Brenda Onabaney,
Here.
I Clerk Sandy Mazen here, Public Works Supervisor Brett Berge.
Here.
I'll need a motion to appoint a President Pro Tem for this meeting.
I'll make a motion to appoint Chris Samples, Village President Pro Tem.
Second.
All right, John makes a motion to appoint Chris Samples as President Pro Tem. Jen Christensen seconds. I will need to do a roll call. Jen?
Yes.
Jared is absent. John?
Yes.
Dina?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
William is absent. It's all you, Chris.
All right.
You want me to start by reading the items from the consent agenda?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Tonight for approval on the consent agenda is item number 1, the March 23rd, 2021 Administrative Board Minutes. Item number 2 is the bills payable warrant list dated April 27th, 2021. Item number 3 is resolution number 21-15, a resolution setting compensation for the village treasurer. Item number 4 is resolution number 21-16, a resolution setting compensation for the village clerk. Item number 5 is the award of bid for the wastewater treatment facility controls upgrade project to Automatic Control Services in the amount of $142,866. Item number 6 is resolution number 21-17, a resolution ratifying and approving village participation in joint bid for the purchase of 175 tons of bulk rock salt or equivalent through the State of Illinois Central Management Joint Purchasing Program for the winter 2021-2022 season. And number 7 is resolution number 21-18, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of an agreement for professional services between the Village of Davis Junction and McMahon Associates, Inc. for construction observation services for water and wastewater treatment facilities, SCADA, and plant control services upgrade.
At this time, does any board member wish to pull an item from the consent agenda for further consideration?
If there is no further, you can take the first motion.
Me?
You can ask somebody if they'll make the first motion.
Would you like to make a motion, John?
I move to place agenda items inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that all items be considered as together as a consent agenda.
Would those be items 1 through 7?
Correct. Thank you.
I'll second that.
Now I know.
Now, do I have to repeat that?
You do not.
All right.
You can summarize it by just saying that John made a motion to put all those items on the consent agenda and then ask for roll call.
All right.
All that?
Yeah. John made a motion to place all agenda items on the consent agenda. Dina seconded it. We have a roll call.
Yep. Jared is absent. John?
Yes.
Dina?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
William is absent. Jen?
Yes.
Want to make the second motion now, John?
I move to adopt items 1 through 7 inclusively on the consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code. I'll second that.
All right. Dina makes a motion to adopt.
Jen?
Sorry. Jen makes a motion to adopt the items on the consent agenda. Dina seconds it. We have a vote, a voice vote,
You have roll call?
roll call? Sure, there we go.
Yep. Dina?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
William is absent. Jen?
Yes.
Jared? It's absent. John?
Yes.
We're done with that?
We are, just so that everybody is aware, President Rick Worm is attending remotely. I don't know that there is a need to call him in for remote participation as he is unable to vote.
Well, does he have anything to say? Because he's next on the, on the agenda.
I don't. I'm just sorry I can't be there this evening. I'm a bit under the weather, and with the ongoing circumstances, I'd rather not take the chance of polluting anybody.
The clerk have anything for us tonight?
I do. I need to follow up on a situation that occurred at last week's meeting. So at last week's meeting, the resident at 138 Autumnwood came in and discussed with you guys what he discussed as an easement. It is not an easement. He is asking to build into a right of way or into a building setback area, which is because he's a corner lot where the building requirements would be. So I did talk to our building inspector in depth about this. He said that where he's proposing to put the fence does appear to be out of the line of sight. He said that the fence does appear to be out of any easements. It is not uncommon for municipalities to occasionally allow people in the building setback area, especially when they're in situations like this. But the only difference is he's asking for a 6-foot fence, and our ordinances, our zoning code requires a 3-foot fence on the corner side of it. Prior to him coming to this board, I did have a discussion with him about seeking a variance through the PZC, which you guys have reduced the cost. So for a resident, I think it's only $290 to get a variance to allow a 6-foot fence instead of a 3-foot. And talking to the building inspector, they wouldn't see why the PZC would not approve a 6-foot fence, but it is an additional step that he would need to take. I can't just write a letter giving him an authority to bypass the zoning code. There might be a step in which you guys could pass an ordinance allowing it, similar to how you adopt the PZC ordinance or resolution. But I did direct him to the PZC, so I'm kind of stuck in this conundrum because he called me yesterday expecting me to just sign off on an easement. And I told him I would need to talk to you guys again because it's not an easement.
Yeah, he's got a driveway full of lumber now, so.
I know he does.
Would it be easier, or I should say faster, for us just to do the ordinance route you spoke of?
Here's what I don't know, John. I'm saying that not knowing that, confirming with our attorney that that is an option, but I would need to confirm with them that that's an option. And is that quicker and easier? Yes, because otherwise he has to go to the PZC and have a hearing first.
Why is it a 66-foot offset though for a building in a backyard?
It's actually not. So that 66 feet, he's taking half of the road right away, which is 33 feet. And then the building setback line on all of our yards from the front of our houses or for corner lots is 33 feet. So when he says 66, he's taking in half of the right of way, and then the other half is the building setback line.
We need to figure out a way to make this faster than slower, because this is location and the way it looks is silly that we're fighting.
That seems like a long, from the middle of the road to 66 feet into his yard. That's like right next to the house.
It is right next to the house, which is the dilemma that he's run into, which is why he was seeking relief. And I had directed him to the PZC and told him that, you guys had greatly reduced the cost, so that it would be a less costly event for somebody to seek a variance through the PZC.
Why do they have to pay? That's what I don't understand. Why is there a cost?
Well, it'd take forever. He's got that lumber.
Because we have
Yard.
costs for that committee to adjourn, the legal fees involved.
That $290
Doesn't cover anything.
It doesn't cover a quarter of what it costs for that hearing to occur, but we wanted the residents to have way less cost. than
Okay, well, that's
somebody
why
else
I'm
coming
like-
in. Somebody else coming in, Jen, for example, gives me a retainer.
Well, right, that's
somewhere
why I just
between
didn't
1,500 and
understand why there's,
11,000.
when we're talking about cost, I'm like,
Yeah.
why is there a cost to
Yeah.
go to the zoning board?
Yeah, there always is for zoning
Mm.
Okay,
filings.
And
Would-
is it just because he's on, like,
Corner lot.
yeah, so I'm not understanding how
Yeah,
it
'cause
On a
goes.
corner lot.
Right, but there's the house across the street from's on a corner lot too, and they have their fence.
Yeah,
They're
that
probably
was
in
not
violation.
approved with the current building inspector or my hands on it. Because that should also be a 3-foot fence going across or a variance.
Would you be able to, providing there's no objection, maybe just work with some legal, David or whoever, what are our quickest and fastest options to
Yeah.
get to where we all would like to see him
And
go?
I guess I need to back up one step. Are you guys all comfortable with him going the 6-foot route instead of the 3-foot route?
Yes.
So
I
I-
am because, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna ask, so like, I was, I guess I didn't realize the 6-foot piece of it, like, I totally get like in the back that there's 6-foot privacy, whatever.
Mhm.
I get why being on the corner would be necessary to do that, especially with what he's been dealing with. I totally understand that too. I was just thinking it was a 4-foot. I'm not opposed to 6-foot at
Yeah.
all. I just was curious.
Yeah,
Like-
when I re-listened to the tape, he had come in and asked for the
The-
6-foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
538 Autumn Wolf is an example of
Right.
everything that it's supposed to be.
I just don't see it as being an obstruction to the view for you seeing.
The line of sight, which is, I talked to the building inspector today and we kind of went on GIS and walked through it. And he also doesn't think that it's a line of sight issue. So it's really just a variance from our ordinance that requires corner
Right.
lots,
Right.
side yards
Because
to
it's a
be 3
four-way
foot.
stop. That's why I don't understand why it's a line. of
Well,
sight.
even.
It's not a line of sight.
Even if
That's what I'm
it
saying,
was.
it's not a line of sight issue because it's far enough back.
Yeah, it, to me, it doesn't block your view at all.
Yeah.
And that's what the concern I would have is
Yes.
if it blocks your view.
So, yes, and that's what I'm saying. It's not a line of sight issue.
Right.
It's a corner side.
No, I get
yard
it. You're saying
issue.
we need to do something about the ordinance to, that would, you know,
Yes.
allow him to go ahead and do it
Yes.
anyway.
So if we're
No.
all okay with the 6 foot, I like John's idea. If we could reach out to the attorneys to
Yeah.
see if there's a way we could.
Yeah.
Yes.
I-
I'll
You
see
know,
if there's a way that we.
Fast track it.
But
And then amend
Strictly
our,
for his property, because it should be
Yes.
on a case-by-case basis, because you
Yes.
want to know whether or not it's a line. of
Right, because it might be
Yes.
different for somebody else. Agreed.
Exactly.
well, then
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
I was gonna
you
say,
get the second step right there, case by case basis
Right.
moving forward.
What were
we
you-
did that for that house that's up on the corner of Autumnwood and Sunny Hill. Because he had that corner lot and had that big fence that he
So-
put in.
Yeah, some of these things fall into other issues, and I actually talked to this previous homeowner before he came to you guys. And I told him, I said, some of the issues are, some of these fences are old enough that they're before we actually had a building inspector or building permits. And so sometimes I go and I look for fence information and there is none because we didn't have permits back then. And then some of the fences were not checked properly and were installed in areas they shouldn't have been installed in. We are, as you guys know, we are trying diligently to make sure that doesn't happen again and to make sure that everybody's paperwork follows the correct path.
I believe we said if he was gonna do it, he would have to sign off on the utility.
Yeah, but because it's not an easement, I can't have him sign off on
Okay.
it. He's actually asking for a variance of our ordinances
Okay.
to allow it.
Okay. We thought it was an easement.
Yeah, I know. And after listening to the tape, well, actually texting with Brenda, I realized that was going to be a dilemma. So I told him that I was unwilling to do anything until I talked to you guys again. So the consensus is I'll just talk to our legal counsel and see what I can do to get this expedited.
Please.
Yeah.
Please do.
And
Alright.
then come up, maybe also visit with maybe whatever we have to do, so we have the right to case by case basis moving forward from where our current zoning is.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll figure out what the process is so that I'll know for the next time.
All right.
Super.
All right, that's
Thank
all I
you.
had under me.
Okay, thanks.
Brenda?
Friday is the end of the fiscal year. So I have a few things to do for that. Then the second week of May, the auditors will be here for their preliminary.
Again?
Yeah,
I feel like we
Over
just
here.
left.
Didn't we just finish this?
it feels like it. And then they'll be here just that one day, the second week of May, just for the first stuff. And then I think you're coming in June for 4 days. So
Is that when they start rolling everything?
that'll be like when I have to, pull
Give them
everything for
everything.
them, yes. So that's what's going on. That's it.
Sorry, Community Development and Events Committee?
I'm still working on, vendors for the, farmer's market. Have we had any fill out?
I haven't seen any.
Okay.
If you didn't receive any emails
No,
from
I
Sarah,
haven't.
then no.
Just, I know I've been repeatedly getting asked, like, how do we get it? I said, you have to go on the village. I said, on the website, you can print off the packet information.
Haven't done
And then somebody asked if they could come here
Yeah.
and get it because they were because they haven't been able to get their printer working.
Yeah,
or something.
absolutely. They can
No.
come here and we're happy to print it for them.
Not that you haven't told us 8 times already, but what day does it start again?
It's the first and third Wednesdays of the month, so we'll start the first Wednesday of June. I don't know off the top of my head what the date is.
Sarah did order your farmer's market banners with
Okay.
that information on them.
Okay,
To June.
cool.
2nd of June is the first Wednesday.
Thank you, Dina.
Mhm.
Yeah, so June 2nd,
And then you said the third,
third,
okay,
it'll be the
16th.
2nd and that's
16th.
April. Good Lord.
Yeah, 2nd and 16th is this. You're good.
Yep, 2nd and
It's
16th.
right there. I have it way far away from me so I can read it. For our visually impaired friends here, and myself included.
And then I know, we talked about June has 5 months or 5 months.
Oh, wow.
5 weeks.
Wow.
It'll be a long summer.
We are very tired people.
I love long summers.
Oh, 5 weeks. And I haven't decided on, that's why we just kind of stuck with the first and third, because we knew we would have those odd months and stuff like that. So I don't know if we'll just stick to the first and third or what we will do. I guess I'll see what vendors want to do before, but yeah, so I can tell them to come here and get vendor packets. Okay.
Yep. Absolutely.
Cool. And that's all I have. Oh, I know what I gotta talk to you afterwards.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Anything for the finance committee, Brenda?
Nothing,
All right, so there are no emergency expenditures, huh?
nothing.
Since ordinance enforcement isn't here, I guess we'll skip the parks.
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Gotcha.
Pro Tem.
Thanks. Streets and ditches, the only thing I have for this, just to inform you guys that, the HOA did sign the license agreement, so we'll have that in place as soon as we can, have Rick sign it, and we can approve it as a board. Correct? Will that be in the packet? then
It
the
will,
next-
next week it'll be in the committee packet for review and approval if everybody approves it on the consent agenda on the 11th.
All right. Utilities?
I don't have anything less, Brett does.
I do not.
Anybody have anything for economic development? Nope. Public comment?
None.
Is anybody on?
Glad said none.
Oh, you know what?
I would like to make a motion to adjourn. Oh, well, okay.
One
Wow.
more thing.
I got
Feel the love.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I stand corrected.
I just want to point out, we're doing community garage sales with Byron and Stillman Valley on June 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then our electronic recycling will be the Saturday after that, right? On
The 19th.
The 19th, I was gonna say.
And bulk pickup will be the 16th.
No, Yep, that's what the 16th was for.
Yep.
Bulk
And,
pickup.
they still pick everything up on bulk pickup, right?
They will
Yeah.
not pick up electronic items, which is why we're hosting the electronic pickup a few days later.
They'll pick up my old mower though.
Tires, oil, batteries.
Yeah, tires, oil,
On the
batteries.
12th?
My old riding lawnmower.
On the-
Sorry, oil? They pick up?
No,
oil?
they do
No,
not.
no,
Do not. Do not.
No, bulk pickup is on the 16th.
No, I wanted to know when the electronics, so I could get rid
The
of the stuff.
19th.
The 19th.
Throw them in your dump.
There's a limit of 7 per household.
All right, that's all right. I just want the people who are setting
All right.
their their water softener or television or whatever out on the
Lawnmower.
curb to bring them on down so that they're not sitting out there for the rest of the summer. Just saying. I saw somebody with a
Agreed.
Yeah,
with a water softener out there. I didn't know that was an electronic thing.
No,
that they
well,
could-
you-
That's scrap.
that's
Usually
scrap.
scrappers will come.
We
Sure.
won't take water
Those are
softener.
worth
Are
it.
people,
30, 40
quite
bucks.
frankly, I have some bigger metal items. I was waiting for somebody the scrappers to be back. I don't even know if they're coming around.
So
Put 'em
typically,
on the under, at the end of your driveway.
I just don't want to
Or-
drag them out if nobody's.
Yeah.
here.
They'll come get them.
Jen will probably confirm this for me, but typically that we also see them on bulk pickup day.
Yep.
So if you put them out for the pickup on the 16th,
They'll be
they
around
will
do that.
usually come the night
I'll
of the
do that.
15th and take
If
all the
if you put
scrap.
them out a couple days early, they start going
Yeah.
around.
I was
a
gonna
couple
say, they
days
usually
early.
start
You know,
coming around
I
about
normally
Tuesday
see the
afternoons.
truck and I haven't seen,
They come at night.
Not always.
You can tell because they got a beat up pickup truck with the plywood sides
Yeah.
coming up.
Some
So
of
I-
them do, but I've seen one that comes around Tuesday afternoon, starts trolling.
All right.
Yeah, he was just here last week, going around.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw him.
I got a big heavy motor. I just don't want to carry it out if it's gonna sit
Chris,
there.
they'll
'cause
come.
I don't want it to sit on the corner for 2 months.
If you
Thank
build it,
you.
they
Put
will
it on
come.
DJ Rants, they'll come after us.
Anybody have anything else?
Put it on DJ Rants and they'll come by.
Did you want to make it?
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Let, you can have it. Let Dean have it.
No, it's
No,
okay.
I got Jen and John.
I forgot. She already
Chris?
had it once.
Yes.
William is absent. Jen.
Yes.
Jared is absent. John.
Yes.
Tina.
Yes.
And the time?
I didn't do that.
Time to go.
It is 7:20.
Thank you.